Hey guys, my name's Khadroth, and today I wanted to do a quick PSA about Lostbelt 6. You guys now know it's coming. It should be with us here basically on June 6th. We're anticipating the live stream obviously on the 5th because they've already told us about that at 9 p.m. EST or 6 p.m. PST. I'll actually be covering that live on stream, so feel free to come watch me here on Twitch. But certainly, that's going to be sort of our start point for 6.1. Now, remember, basically with regards to 6.1 here, it's going to probably be released in a sequential order. They might give it to us all at once, but I really just don't see that happening. Instead, I think they're going to pace it out just kind of in the same way that JP did, because it serves multiple purposes for them. One, it helps them pad and stall for time, and two, it's going to segment the banners in the appropriate manner that they're supposed to be done in. So I think it just makes a lot of things basically work in the order that they're intended to. It's also going to help the NA player base here avoid spoilers, which is going to be a big thing on everyone's mind. So again, please, please, please do not spoil anyone. Try your best basically to not talk about anything if you're someone that has played JP and knows, or maybe if you got spoiled, afford them the same opportunity to see it in an unspoilered way. That way they can enjoy the story just as much as you did the first time reading it. Now, the big things I want to talk about are, again, Habetrot here. Basically, first and foremost on everyone's mind is going to be getting her. She's a really good rider unit. I'll actually end up doing a unit analysis on her sometime later, but the big thing that you're going to want to understand here is she is a guaranteeable 4-star. Now, I'm not going to talk about any of the story involving her. I'm just going to say that, again, sort of as a PSA here, you're going to be able to get her when you complete the Lostbelt, but not before. So basically, how you're going to get her is going to be rolling out your FP, so please make sure that you have some FP in reserve to be able to roll out your Habetrot. She's a really, really useful farmer. She's a really good utility unit for being able to swap the party around, so you're going to want to get your hands on her ASAP. Now, again, the other thing to understand here is that you're going to have stuff like Anniversary coming up. That's going to be a great time to roll out your FP, but certainly later in the year, you're also going to have the Guda Guda 5 rerun, which if it overlaps with JP like it did, again, maybe we'll have a 2-time success rate in it, and that's going to be probably the best time ever to roll out your FP. So it's really going to depend on what you're trying to do here. You might want to roll some at the Anniversary, but the Anniversary is probably going to become before we finish the Lostbelts. So again, you're not necessarily going to be able to get your hands on Habetrot right away there, since Lostbelt 6 won't be fully out. And so that's the big thing to keep in mind, is maybe where you want to roll your FP. So that's why I wanted to do a big PSA about this. Also, keep in mind, too, that if the Lostbelts are not released all in order, if they're not done right away, you're going to probably have to wait to be able to get your hands on the Lostbelt 6 materials. And those are Tiny Bells and, again, Scales of Fantasy. So both of them are very sought after. You guys are really going to want them for some of your rolls. Again, you may be rolling Barghest or Morgan Le Fay or Melisande. You're going to want these materials for those units. You're not going to be able to farm more, so your only source of them is going to be from doing the actual story and basically from your pure prisms. Now, again, don't be surprised to watch them go ahead and throw it in the ticket or something like that for the month. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to wait and see. But again, just make sure you're protected. Look at the requirements that you have for each of these materials and make sure that you're not going to run out. Make sure you're saving them for the units that you want. And again, don't forget, you're going to have units like Koyanskaya and Oberon coming up that you're just really going to want to kind of make sure that you have taken care of. So this just was meant to be a PSA to really talk to you about these issues. You're not necessarily going to be able to get Habetrot right away. You're not necessarily going to be able to get to these materials right away. So again, make your plans accordingly. And I hope you guys enjoy LB6 as much as I did, and I will see you guys for the next one.